now you're gonna go? Like, what the fuck was up with that? Will you just be patient? Gosh dang, you're ridiculous. You need to be patient. Ow. Gosh dang, that fucking hurt. Quit jumping up. Gosh dang, a little butthead. She just ran up behind me, jumped up, and scraped her frickin' front toenails all the way down the back of my leg. Which, by the way, are super sharp right now because she's been running around on the rocks. What is wrong with you? Don't get huffy with me. I almost don't want to use that one. Let's use this one. Oh, I got a couple of them here. So, funny story, everybody. After our run last night, I never stopped my watch. And so I woke up this morning to my watch beeping. And it was because the battery was almost dead. Because it had been going all night. Kind of funny. You know, it might help if I have a gimbal. You're crazy. She still has one cactus needle on the side of her face that she will not. I almost got a hold of it this morning while she was sleeping. But as soon as I touched it, of course she felt it. And so she was like, what the hell are you doing? And then she wouldn't even let me get close to her face again. No, Nari. Nari. Hey, Nari. Nari. Nari, get over here. Where are you going? I see how well this is going to go this morning. She has been backsassing me all morning, and now she won't even listen to me. I yell at her, and she's not even paying attention. She's like, whatever. So this is obviously going to go so well this morning. We're going to go down the road that we keep running down. Just because there shouldn't be a lot of traffic on it. And it's interesting enough that I'm not bored of it yet. I have no idea where my dog is now. She, for whatever reason, wants to go off on the left. I have no idea why. There's nothing down there. Yes, she keeps going down there, hoping there will be. But I put my gloves on. It is cold. My hands are cold. Oh yeah, hold on everybody. Put my gloves on. Well, hello. Why don't you just stay with me? It sounded like a freaking herd of horses running back towards us. She was definitely freaking out though because she couldn't find me. Oh no, she's got to pee. But yeah, we're gonna just run down a ways. I don't know how far we'll do. We'll at least do a 10K, but if we can get 8 miles, I will be totally happy. I don't think we'll get 10 though, because I don't think I have that in me today, but who knows? We'll see how we feel. The sun feels nice and warm, but that wind, there's a little bit of a breeze coming from currently the direction we're traveling. So I'm feeling the full on headwind of it, which is probably about a 5 mile an hour, but man, it is cold. I don't know what the real temperature is out here, because I'm pretty sure my I'm pretty sure my thermometer hasn't updated yet this morning. It did at least stay into the above freezing last night. Got down to 33. That was the coldest I saw compared to yesterday's 24. And you could tell noticeably it was, I only had to turn the heater on once last night. Had about, turned it on, like I ran it for a little bit before we went to bed. So like our bedtime potties, when we got back I ran it just because cold air came inside. But I didn't let it warm up too much, like up to about like 64, 65, somewhere around there. That was about 8:30 probably last night. And then woke up at about, it was like 2 or 2:30 or something, and I was fine, but just in case she was fine because she was covered up, but she was stirring a little bit, so I could tell that she was a little bit chilly. Oh geez, I got hiccups this morning for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I should have put her harness on. Oh, I think we'll be okay. It just makes it easier for me to see her with her harness on. And if there's people out here shooting coyotes, even though she doesn't look like a coyote, you never know. But yeah, so I started ran it for a little bit until it warmed up just a bit, and then didn't have to run it again until this morning. And this morning, when I turned it on at 5:30 or so, whenever we woke up, I think it only got down to like 40, 44, 45, something like that, inside the van. So noticeably a lot warmer, although it was a little bit breezy last night. that has a tendency to cool things off too. But yeah, it is. The wind is still chilly. The sun feels nice and warm, but it can be, oh yeah, I'd say even right now, the real feel is probably still 30 degrees because of this breeze. We're just gonna, yeah, good morning, Quick. We're just gonna do a nice, easy out and back. My legs are a little tired this morning, so we're gonna just take it easy. That's why I don't know how far we're actually gonna go. And saw a thing last night that Arizona, where I've been for the last month, is one of the states that's getting hit hard for a few different illnesses. Norovirus, COVID, RSV, and what the heck is the other one? There's another one. And knowing that now, I don't think I had a head cold. I got RSV, and that would be why here I thought it was dust that was making me cough a little bit or whatever, a little chest congestion. No, because it could take up to like 2 to 4 weeks to recover from RSV, and the symptoms will like change. So I had like 4 days of like a head cold type of thing, and then it just moves around or whatever. So that would make sense. I probably have RSV. Just saying. Or I think that's what it's called. Is it RSV or RPV or whatever? I don't know. And she's stepping on stuff again. Because she never learns. Although in her defense, for whatever reason, although I don't know why she goes over to the choyas, but like, here, take this choya. Yeah, there's fresh broken off bits all over on the ground. So it's like, nothing she can do. She steps on it. But also, you would think by now she would correlate that, hey, I go over to this looking tree here. Every time I do that, I get stabbed in the feet. Maybe I shouldn't go over there. Yeah, she doesn't understand that. Which is funny because that's the only thing that she goes over to every time. She doesn't go over to the mesquite trees, she doesn't go over to these other bushes. Why these runs feel extra long, and they're not really. Like yesterday, our 10-miler, see, there she goes again, over to watch freaking Choya. It's dead, but still. They feel like forever long. Like yesterday we did our 10-mile in less than 2 hours, which isn't too bad, especially as much as we were walking and yapping and looking at things since we were in new territory. Yesterday felt like we were out there for 5 hours to me. And then even last night, on last night's little 4-miler, like it was about 50 minutes total, unless you look at my Coro, since I forgot to stop my watch. It was 14 and a half hours. But like last night felt like it was freaking 2 hours. So I don't know what that's about, but you're gonna play it by ear today. We'll see how we feel. You can never judge it by the first mile, so we'll just have to see. I think, what is today, Wednesday? I will probably be okay water-wise to make it to Monday. I really want to make it to Monday. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough diesel, because the nights are getting cold. Although these next couple nights will be a little bit warmer, like high 30s versus the high 20s and low 30s. But it's not a big deal, because we could always just leave here. I hate to leave here, but we could leave here, come back, leave here, go fuel up. Because I bet you I only have maybe a gallon left in my diesel tank, and it's only like a 3-gallon tank or whatever. It's a 10 liter, whatever liters turn into. I'm not sure. 2.5 gallons probably. Okay, we can go this way. That's fine. So we almost could just take the wash down and then come back on this other road. And get water. If there's a place, I don't know how close there is a place to get water. That's the key. Like, Stafford is the closest town over here, and I know they have at least a couple gas stations, but I don't know if they have a place to get water. If they have a decent size grocery store, then I definitely can get water, because they usually have those like machines to fill up the water jugs or whatever. At least here in Arizona, that's how it seems. Almost every major grocery store will have one of those. I'd have to look and see. Probably if I went over to, what is it, Winslow, I think it starts with a W, which is a little bit further away. I'm guessing that they probably have a major store of some sort. Like Albertsons or Safeway or something, or Walmart maybe. I thought they have a Walmart actually. I don't think it's that big of a town. If I can wait until Monday to not have to get water or anything, I can fill my water for free. So I'll go all the way to Tucson, which will be about right, because I'll need to also refill my pantry, my refrigerator and freezer. I still have like 12 gallons still, last time I checked. Well, I know I have at least 10 gallons. Going through about, between the two of us and cooking and all that, just because it's not hot out, so I'm not drinking an excessive amount of water or anything and all that. So we're probably at the most, I would say, maybe 1.5 gallons a day. Where's my gimbal? Like way off to the side. Try and get that straightened. Work on my freaking videos. Also, I keep wanting to do like maybe like a, what would you call it, a semi-weekly or something type of vlog, like maybe once or twice a week. And I even have the camera sitting there ready for me to do it, but I just, I want to do it, but also I don't feel like doing it. I like how she just spun around right there to make sure I was coming this way. But, which those would be a lot shorter, you know, like 3 to 8 minute vlogs. But compared to my long form videos that I'm behind on editing, I think I'm 10 months behind, which seems like a lot, but that's only like maybe 3 or 4 videos though. Oh jeez, gosh dang, she gets so close to the toilet. It worries me so much. She would have no clue and would just like rub against it with her back, and then she'd have like these huge things stuck to her. Okay, well, going out is gonna feel a lot easier than coming back, so I gotta remember that when we decide to turn around. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm at least gonna do a 10K. But if I do a 10K, then at a minimum, just do a 10K tonight too. But I'd almost like to do maybe 8 or 9 this morning, and then still do a 10K tonight. water tank up here. So, another mile, which would be okay. I think we might just go to the end of this and maybe come back. So the second water tank. Whew. Okay, there's the first water tank. There. So we'll just keep going. At least another mile. Oh, I'll try to go 2 more miles. Walk break before we attack this hill. Our dog's already at the top of it up there. I still think this would be a kick-ass area right here to camp at. There's just not a very good parking spot. Because look at how wide open it is. If you could park up here somewhere, so cool. The views are awesome right here. Like, I mean, we have pretty good views where we're at. So they're even better here. There's a part of me that, with it being this nice out, I might have to maybe see what, I'll check the weather and maybe see what Safford has for amenities. If I can fill my water and all that up, maybe we'll go up into the mountains that direction. cool Forest Service area up there. Actual forest, like pine trees. Because you're up at 10,000 feet. So if there's no snow, that would be pretty cool. It sucks getting up there because it's, even though mileage wise you're only talking like, I don't know, probably 60 miles, because you have to get past, there's a little town there with a huge ass mine. That's all it is this big ass mine. And it takes a long time to get through there because it is so twisty, curvy as you climb up to the top of the mountains. And then even once you get on top, it's still, when you're talking 10-mile-an-hour curves that are constant. It's not like you have a corner and then you can get up to speed. No, you're doing that for 30 miles, pretty much. So it takes like an hour to go 30 miles, basically. But once you get up there, it is awesome. Of course, I feel a poo coming on. As long as it doesn't get too bad, we will just wait till we get back. But if it wasn't, actually I think they just got hit with a bunch of snow. I was gonna say, if it wasn't such a long drive, I'd go all the way back up to like the Kaibab Plateau and spend some time there, but I think they just got hammered. Like when it was snowing here, it was like dumping up there. Oh, it's time to run again. There goes my dog. Oh, but do I feel like it? No. Still got to go at least 3/4 of a mile before we can even think about turning around. Well, nobody's driven down here since we came here the first day. So I can still see my footprints going the direction we're traveling now and see my footprints coming back from yesterday morning. This morning trying to maybe do some higher intensity stuff, but man, I still feel it. Like the thought of doing that with the way my lungs are feeling right now just seems like a horrid idea. I don't even know what it is. Is it choya? I don't know what this stuff is. It looks like choya, but like baby choyas. But it also looks like something completely different. I don't know. There's a huge field of it right here, though. Big old field. Wow, I don't feel the wind right here. So now I'm actually starting to get warm. Today feels so like my legs are a little bit tired. They're not bad. Now that we've ran for a while, they actually don't feel too bad. I got plenty of sleep, so I don't feel too bad either. It's just I think it's more mental today, mental tiredness. I need to I'm behind on my week now. As long as I get 85 miles ish, I'll be fine. I'd love to get 100, but I'm about four miles behind on pace for that right now. And that's if I do a long run. Which if I do a long run, I should do it tomorrow. Because then it's only going to get busy out here on the weekend. I'll map out a route tomorrow. She should be fine. She's handling the miles really well, which she always has. There's something up here, but I don't know what it is. Might be like some sort of jet or something flying really high, but it sounds like a engine down lower to the ground up here until I stop and listen, and then it's like it's hard to tell what it is. Could go to the windmill area. I can see it from here, but because we wouldn't be going straight line, it's easily a good probably 2.5 miles away, probably easy. Actually, might be more than that. Another mile before we can get to the end of this. And oh yeah, so that probably would be about 2.5 miles. There's that wind again. Oh, I'm changing direction though. That wind actually changed direction. Oddly enough, up here at Safford, which is way over that direction, going that way is some sort of trail. I think it's called the Butterfield Trail. Based upon how most of those type of trails are here in Arizona. It's probably like a road like this that just isn't allowed to, well, actually could have, might be open to OHV traffic. But it's just like a straight road that goes along the north edge of the mountain range right there for what looks like a long ways. So I was thinking about maybe doing that. Another area I want to explore more, we were there one day last year on our way back from Colorado. That would have been late July. But up in Utah, in that real rugged area north of like Green River. In fact, the Green River goes through all those rugged mountains or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but you go towards like Price, about halfway between Green River and Price is a road that goes back in there. And that was a cool area. Like to, one of the roads to drive back in there, you need to get a permit. And I'm guessing it's not a road conducive for me to drive back in there. But you could run back there. And so we ran one of the other roads. And while we were doing that, like up on the rim, overlooking what would be the Price River, I think, right there, was a couple really cool camp spots, which I could easily get to in my van. I was like, oh, and so you could, and that road right there that's on goes a long way, so you can run for a long time and have just awesome, spectacular views. I've always wanted to do that. And I think this year also we're going to try and knock out 3 state high peaks. The Texas one is just right on the border of New Mexico and Texas over in the Guadalupes, but I was going to knock that out on our trip over to Cross Country Nationals, but now, like the last time I looked at that, it wasn't a national park. It was just a state park, and you could take dogs and everything. Now it's a national park. You can't have dogs on the trails. So I was like, well, I guess I can't do that, because you also get like a huge fine if you leave your dog in the vehicle while you go and do it. Which she would be fine, because I'm not like a normal person. Like a normal person hiking, like the average time is like 7 hours for people to do that. Me, if I was to run it, the most it would take me is probably like 2.5 hours. She would be fine in the van for 2.5 hours. I can see why you wouldn't want to leave, especially in the hot summer. You wouldn't want to leave anybody in the vehicle for 7 hours, but 2.5 hours, I could easily do it. So that'll have to be a special time. Kind of like Katahdin, same thing in Maine. I can't do it with a dog. That's a state park, but you're not allowed to have dogs, which I get if you know the trail. Most dogs would not be okay making that trip. It would be dangerous for not only the dog, but other hikers. My dog, on the other hand, is an experienced mountaineer, so she'd be fine. But we are going to try and do What is the name of the mountain? The high point of Utah. What is it? The Uinta Mountains? Whatever, Uinta Mountains? That's what it is. Try and do that one. That one's pretty easy. We're gonna try and do Idaho, because I haven't done that yet. I was gonna do it last year, just didn't work into my schedule. And that one will be pretty easy. And then I've still lived in Montana most of my life, and I've still yet to do that one. Now that one, I won't be able to take her. It is way too technical for her at the top. The last like quarter mile or so, maybe even more than that, is some pretty technical scrambling, and so she wouldn't be able to make it unless I was like picking her up to get her on top of some of the ledges or whatever. So the way over there is the windmill. I can't see it right now. You can only see it when you get further down there, down this way. Okay, we're only half a mile from getting 4. Turn around, so let's just do that. Let's see. My water tastes nasty. In my freaking soft flask. Like, I know it's not the water because I drink the water that I use to fill it up. It's my soft flask. Tastes nasty, I guess. It's really what it comes down to. Oh, she came back over here. I'm like taking my sweet ass time because I thought she was still way off to the left. I didn't see her come back this direction, back to the road. Maybe if we do the long run tomorrow, maybe I'll try to figure out a good route to get all the way down to the San Simon River, which is not flowing, by the way, but at least the riverbed. I was looking at property. I'd love to buy some acreage down here in Arizona. So I was looking at some stuff, and there's one place, I don't remember what river it is. It was 40 acres, but in order to get over onto the main part of the property, you have to cross through this riverbed, which is seasonal as well. So most of the time of the year I would be wanting to go there. It'd be no problem. I could just drive down through the riverbed, but I know, oh, now you can see the windmill right there. It was really cheap too. And then another place, there was over 500, like 515 acres that were for sale, and kind of a odd shaped like parcel of land, but not like horrible or anything. And it had There was one issue with it. Something to do, it was with the access. I don't remember. Like, there was no easement to get to it from like the close side, which would be going through like either state land or BLM or something like that. I think it was state land. But there was deeded easements through some private land. But it wasn't like where the access points were cheap. It was still like $500,000, but that's cheap. Or at least by Montana standards, that's super cheap. That many acreage in Montana, no matter where you're at. If you're up in the mountains, even remotely close to public land, you're talking for 500 acres, probably 10 million bucks or more. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. Like, if I was to do something like that, I would develop it to have some sort of, like a retreat of some sort, maybe a running retreat. Because you could, how many acres? You could easily do like some sort of running course there, and then maybe even host a couple races or something. Maybe a backyard ultra. That'd be kind of cool. Where? Oh, now she's way down there. She decided to just go straight down the hill. We're almost down here to the end. Yeah, tank is right down here. So, well, I think we're going to be right at 4 miles. Oh, there's the tank. So if we went to the windmill, we'd probably be an extra. See, here's the thing I don't get. If you go down the road down here, there's supposed to be another road that goes straight across, but we didn't see it yesterday. And that goes all the way down on the map on Onyx. It goes all the way down to the riverbed. If we ran to the windmill, though, we'd get an extra mile easy. Somehow get an extra half a mile. Then, if we even did our 4 miles, we would be making up. Get away from the Cholla, you fool. Why do you do that? She's like, God dang, things are sticking me in the feet. Well, yeah, because you just ran over to where the Cholla's on the ground. You fool. So if we turn around right now, we're going to be right at 8. I feel good enough we could keep going. I don't want to go through the wash. I did not enjoy that last time. That was horrible. That was what, our first run? I guess technically it'd be our second run because we ran here once last week. Man, that was horrible. I swear I just heard something weird. Sound like a voice or something? I definitely don't see anybody. Whew, I'm getting warm. Now that sun is getting a little higher and there's no wind. I have a long sleeve on, which I would have on anyways, just for the sun protection. I don't know what my dog's doing up there. She's looking at me, but again, I feel good enough to keep running. But the motivation side of it is not there. But the more I do this morning, the less I have to do tonight. Which I guess isn't exactly true either, because I'm trying to make up some of the miles that I'm behind for the week. So the more I do this morning, still going to do the same amount tonight. It's just try and make up a lot of those miles. Oh, well, we'll at least go down to the road here. And then we might just turn around. We'll see. Only going to be like an extra third of a mile. Maybe we'll go a little bit more. Like 9 would be good, because if I do 9 and then we can do a 10K tonight, I will gain 2 miles back that I'm behind on. Because that would put me at 40 some miles for the week already, which would be good. And then if I do what would that put me at? I'm at 28 right now, so an extra 15, I guess, would be 43. And then if I do a 20 miler, that'd be 63. And then I still have another 40 that I would do the rest of the week. That would be, it'd be over 100. Oh, I'm starting to get warm though. We might just have to turn around because of that. I got lots of water. Not going to want to turn around and go back. She always gives me the same look. She hates doing out and backs, which I'm not a big fan of them either. But she truly loathes them because she's like, I just saw whatever we just came through. Why would I want to go back through it again? Some sort of Elvis or something right there. Oh no, that's a piece of ripped up garbage. Like some sort of plastic, I guess. Okay. Here. Almost to the road. Actually, this is the road, isn't it? Yeah, that is the road. So is this an actual road going straight ahead? It doesn't look like one. So it looks like people have been driving that way though, so we'll go explore for a bit. No, Naira, we're gonna go straight. She thought we were going back where we've already been. Nari, we're going this way. There's some sort of crevice right here. Be careful. Of course, she's gonna go look at it. That's what she does. Makes me think of that one trail I tried to do. Oh, there's a little wire for something. Electric fence, maybe? Oh, of course, yeah, she's got to explore down in it. This is kind of cool. Whether this is the road or not, which I think it is. Or it might, the road might actually be over there, but this is kind of cool. We're definitely getting our 9 because we're past that now. We're still going. So now I'm like, this is cool. I want to see this. Now the motivation is there now. See, just like that. Your motivation can change. Still going to be an out and back, but that's okay. It's pretty cool. This big old freaking erosion cut in here in the middle of this wash. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I question whether this is the actual road. It could be. And the reason why I say it could be is on Onyx, some of the washes do show up as roads because people do drive down them. So it very well could be. Why is she coming back? Is something spooker? No, it must not have. Because all of a sudden she ran over there, but then she spun around and raced back like something spooked her. So I was a little concerned. Like, do I need to be concerned? That was my thought. At least out here, I don't see any joy. So she can run around as much as she wants. Down all these. Whatever livestock is out here, like, it doesn't look like cows to me, but you never know. That's why I was like, is there like a herd of donkeys out here? That's almost what it looks like. But wouldn't doubt they're probably all down here at the river, or the riverbed, I should say. Okay, now we're at an impasse. Where does the road go? Looks like people have been driving there, and they've been driving here. I guess we'll go this way. She's having so much fun. She is having fun now. No things poking her in the feet. She can just run around on this dirt, which probably feels pretty good on her footsies. Well, we're definitely going to get 10 miles. We're still a ways away from, I can see the actual riverbed now. We're probably, take my sunglasses off, maybe half a mile from it actually. Maybe a little more than that. But again, there's like zero water in it currently. Like this goes away, she sees something. Hopefully nothing she's gonna chase. I think even if she wants to, she can't because of the erosion cut. Which, at first I was like, oh, that looks pretty fresh. It's obviously not, because there's trees growing down in the bottom of it. Yeah, we gotta head off that direction. This is so cool. I'm glad we came down this far. This is a good, granted again, it's an out and back, but it's a good, like we're not even all the way down to the end of this thing and we're gonna be at 10 miles. Before we turn around, we have to make sure we get her a little bit of water. This is so cool. And I don't know what kind of vehicle made this, but if it is a side-by-side, because those tires are kind of weird looking. If it's a side-by-side though, that thing is wider than most trucks. That's what makes me think it's probably a truck with some beefy mud tires on probably. Those are beefier than mine. Wow, this is so cool. This little wash plain. So freaking cool. Makes me think of like, you know, the Serengeti or something, you know, which I really want to go to Africa. There's some places that do like running safaris, you know, type of things that you have to sign up for in different places. Nari, what are you rubbing against? It's something dead. That's what you do. If you find something dead, you have to, a leg bone. That's an old leg bone. Like, I don't know why you're rubbing against that. It's not like it's dead decomping. Wow, look at this flat. This is so cool. So cool. Like I said, you can see the river valley is just right down there. It is like deep cut. Actually, it looks like there's water up there. That must just be like a power line or a pipe or something. That definitely looks like water. But there is no way there. Ow! What do you got on your face? She has a freaking sticker. Come here. Come here, you. Yes. Get that off. Nope, let me get that off. Let me get that off. Come here. I'm trying to help you. Yeah. Sorry. Will you just hold still? Hold still. Ouch. Will you hold still and just let me get it? All right, hold on. Hold still. Hold still. Oh, you're ridiculous. She's got a frickin' briar stuck on her bottom lip, and she will just not let me take it off. And because of where it's at now, every time she tries to lick herself or do anything, it's gonna frickin' poke her, whatever she's trying to do. But it's hard to get a hold of. I'm gonna have to, let me get back, put my leather gloves on to get that thing out of there, because it's stuck in there good. I don't know how much further we should go, because I can definitely see the river channel. It is so weird though. Looking over this direction, it definitely looks like it has water in it. There ain't no way it has water in it. And even looking this way, it almost looks like it has water in it. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. See that? Doesn't that look like water reflecting? There ain't no way this river channel has water in it. There ain't no way. And then even up this direction, straight ahead of us, it looks like there might be some water. It doesn't reflect, but it almost looks like there's something in it. There ain't no way there's water in this river channel. Huh? Are we out in the boonies? Yes. We are way out in the boonies. I think we're just gonna turn around because I'm good to keep going, but I don't know as if we should keep going. There's a part of me that wanted to go down to the river, but then I also don't want to go back down to the river, or go down to the river. Nari, we're just gonna head back. I mean, we'll be at almost, I guess she's just gonna keep going. We're almost gonna be at 10.5 miles. I mean, if I just went a little bit further, we'd be at 11 miles. Okay, we'll just go a little bit further, because she's obviously making me go a little bit further. See, here's the thing that we have to turn around and go back. The back is uphill the whole way. And it is over 5 miles back. We're sitting right in between two erosion cuts, so I'm pretty sure that eventually we can't go any further. I don't think you can get all the way down to the river. That definitely looks like it has water in it. Oh, I know what that is. You know what that reflection is, everybody? Now I can see what it is. And since I looked at the map yesterday and kind of scrubbed it looking for a 20-mile route, that is not water. That is not the riverbed. Now it sits right next to the riverbed. The riverbed is just past it. I know exactly what that is. That is a railroad line. Because now that I can see it right in front of us, that is a railroad. Now, because now we're close enough, I can make out that that's what it is. So that is why that was reflecting over there. That was the sun reflecting off of the railroad line. the tracks. Who's the boss? I'm the boss. There's a part of me that really just wants to go down to go to the 6 mile mark. But that's a long ways away. I'm not getting anywhere fast though. Oh, there's some, okay, I think we need to turn around because we're starting to get into some wildlife that we don't want to be out here on. What's that over there? It looks like there's something. Stand over there. Nari! Nari! Nari, come on! She like had to put on the brakes. Here she comes. Look at the dust trail she's leaving because she's going so fast. Good job, sweet girl. There is javelina in the area. Because there is some very fresh looking scat. So we're turning around. She ran into her first bit of javelina. I'd like to get over to these little hills right here, but there's a cut, erosion cut, right in between. Like you can kind of see the one to the side of us right here, and there's another one just right over the top of this little ridge line. But she ran into a herd of javelina last night before we did our run, which is why I'm just like chilling, kind of getting ready, but not really getting ready. You know, not like pushing myself to get ready. But the wind changed direction. No wonder it started getting so hot out here. Because now I can feel it again. It actually feels pretty nice. But I hear her making these noises. And the noises she was making was when she sees a friend that she wants to play with. She makes these little kind of grinning noises. And so I was like, oh no. My first thought was, oh man, did we have something? Quickly threw my shoes on and went outside. There was a whole herd of javelina, which, if you don't know, are famous for killing dogs in Arizona. Although she's fairly big, she can take care of herself. She's quick. Like, if she was sensed she was in danger, she would take off. But she was nose to nose with one of them. And she was kind of doing her little bow down, like, let's play. And this javelina was snorting at her, saying, you better back the F off. It's like if it could throw up a FAFO emote, it would. FAFO. And so I had to yell at her, and because I went outside, the javelina started to take off. And of course, she's like, we're playing, and tries to chase it. I had to yell at her again, and I think she finally figured out that they weren't playing. And she came back to me, and she jumped up in the vehicle and stared at it out the windows from the cab. And then she jumped back down and ran over there again, like, I need to check this out. I was like, no, you don't. Oh, there she is. I was like, where'd my dog go? I mean, it makes sense because where she was at is where we came from, but it was just a little side quest that we don't need to take. So. Oh yeah, I just saw this track from Javelina. This uphill is gonna kill me. It's gonna take us a lot longer to get back. I can't see the windmill, which is weird. It should be like right over there. I think it's just blending in with the hill. Because it's right in front of that hill. Windmill and that stone house that we ran by yesterday. So this big batch of trees straight ahead of us is that the road? No, I don't think it is. Hi. Yeah, you need a drink, don't you? Yeah, I'm just gonna get her a drink right now. Get her a drink right now. Nari, come here. Nari. Hey, Nari. Nari. Come here. Come here. You fool. Oh, jeez. Fucking doing a drive-by, or what are you doing there? Yeah, I gotta pull the water out. Good enough? Thanks for dripping water all over the phone. That was good of ya. Yeah, that was good of ya. How's your mouth? Have you still got that thing on your mouth? Can you look at me? You still got the cactus on your mouth? All right. Yeah, you do. You still got it on your mouth. You won't let me get it off for you. Have to pin you down. You ain't gonna like it. What was that? Why are you trying to drop kick me, you fool? Oh, okay, let's keep going. It looks so flat. Well, it is uphill. It's only like maybe a 2%, maybe a 3%. This is a wash. That's downhill on the wash. And this is uphill. And in fact, this wash that we're in is the one that starts actually up there. It runs right next to our van even. But we're not gonna take it all the way back. We're gonna take a different route back. We're gonna take the same route in or back that we did over here. So we leave the wash up here a ways. But yeah, it's not like really uphill, but it's enough that you notice. And that's what sucks, because it's like, no, I can tell you, look at my watch. It is a 3% currently. There's a few spots where it gets a little bit steeper, and probably some spots that get a little bit less steep. But yeah, a little 3% grade, which just, like I said, it's not a lot, but you can feel it. Nari is way the F up there. Oh, now I can see the windmill. It'd be hard for you guys to see. So this is the road right here. Oh. That being the case, I think we'll be at about 10.5 miles by the time we get back. Oh, these are random wires. Look at that. And it looks like low voltage wires. So here's another one. But it's like stapled to the actually that's just a regular wire there. The other one looked like a low voltage wire. Oh, follow. Hey, Wolf Larry. Let me get up here to the road and I'll knock out them push-ups. My dog is up here wanting to go towards the windmill. All that does is make us have to run 5 miles on a freaking main road. Definitely do not want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna chance it and not put my gloves on and hope that there's no pokies on the dirt here. What's that? You weirdo. She is such a butthead. Such a butthead. Oh yeah, she just got herself a nice big drink. And I've been sipping here or there. Like temperature wise, it's actually not too bad out here. It looks a lot warmer than it is. That sun definitely, like actual temperature right now is probably mid 40s. It was about 35 degrees when we left. That sun's getting a little bit warmer, or a little bit higher now, so it's starting to warm up. I think the high today is supposed to be in the high 60s out here. So, almost like perfect weather, really. Oh, this. Again, it's not much of an uphill, but man, I am feeling it. Another thing I did with my dogs, thinking of a water cup for the doggo. I trained her from when she was just a wee one to drink out of my soft flask too. So even if I don't have a water cup, she still gets a good drink, which came in really handy a couple months ago when I was working a job, and the producer's girlfriend, or I don't know why they're not married yet, but significant other, we'll put it that way, offered to babysit her, and took her for a run. And you know, they didn't have a water ditch or anything for her, and so it was funny because they were out on their run, her and her friend, and asked if she was okay drinking out of a soft flask or a Camelback or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, either one, she'll be good. I trained her to drink out of it. So they sent a picture of her drinking out of it as they were out there. Okay, once we get here to the turn at the water tank, we'll have a better idea of what mileage we're gonna get. Because I didn't pay attention to what we were at when we turned around. Just found what I see on my watch right now. Be pretty close to 10.5. Well, there's a reason why I'm down here in the desert. It's because I am from Montana, and there's our water tank. So yeah, we'll be pretty close to 10.5. I don't know if we'll get 10.5 because it's like almost exactly 4 miles from this little intersection up here all the way back. But yeah, I came down here because there's way too much snow and cold. What was it, last week, I think, or maybe the week before that? It was minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit back in Montana. I was like, so glad I'm down here. She wanted to go that way. So this trail goes all the way back. It follows the wash all the way back to the road that this connects to as well. But the wash itself is like 100 yards from my van, but there's just no road by where the van is, or no trail or anything. And the brush is too thick. But here's the first of the 2 water reservoirs, which they make these for the game out here. Collects water, and then there's a little trough to the right here at the ground. I don't know if you can see it, but that'll fill itself with water for the game to come and drink out of. Now it's dry right now, but it's also the dry season. That's why I was confused why it looked like there was water in the river channel. Only to finally dawn on me that it was the rails from the railroad that were reflecting sunlight, looking like water. Where'd my dog go? She went way off over here somewhere. And I'm almost positive that, because I had that little cold last week, and now all of a sudden, I thought it was just the dust, because it is super dusty out here. Like you could just see the haze, the dust in the haze. Where'd my dog go? Like, I don't even hear her. Knowing her, she probably circled around and she's at the top of this hill waiting for us to come up. She's gonna be looking at us like, what took you so long? Nope. She's gotta be out there somewhere. She probably chased a rabbit. Oh, she did circle around. All of a sudden, she just came popping over the corner over here. Gosh dang her. She is such a fool. Like I said, I saw her go way off over that direction. And she just circled all the way around and she came popping up over here like, what's taking you so long, you fool? Come on. Why are you just standing there looking off in the horizon? Because I was looking for you. So, funny thing there, Wolf Larry, is last week we stopped here for a night on our way over to Texas, mid-route, because we were heading towards U.S. cross-country nationals. It snowed here. the night we stayed here, like I woke up the next day and there was snow. And even all the way through, like El Paso had snow, all the way over like Las Cruces, all that. And then even coming back, Lupe National Park had snow all over it, even down at the base, at the road level still. And so that would have been like, what, 2 days, 3 days after the snow? And it was still, because she wanders off. I think it'll be fine, like not issues, but she did it twice in some pretty thick, like trees and stuff, forest. And she wanders off and then she doesn't pay attention and it freaks out and then just full sends it like 3-minute mile pace. She goes, it's wherever the van is. So she always finds her way back. But then I'm like, I don't know where she's at. And so then I'm like running around looking for her, yelling for her. And she has a phi collar, so for right here, I'd be able to track her wherever she's at. But those 2 times we were, of course she stepped on some cactus of some sort. I don't see any cholla around here though, so what did you step on? But like there we were back in wilderness areas, so there was like no cell service, and her phi collar only works if there's cell service, which makes 0 sense to me, because it connects to a satellite in order to know where it's at, but it can only use cell service to tell you where it's at. Like, what sense does that make? You can use the satellite. But whatever. But yeah, like both times I've finally just given up, and I'm like, well, I'm like now out her and spook out and try and find her. But I get back to the van and she's running around the van barking like, let me in, you fool. And it's like, I'm not there. You left me. But she has total, like, definitely bird dog, where she gets hyper focused, which is a trait. And her hyper focus is she lost me. And so she will just full send it down the trail. And there's been a few times when I'm like yelling at her, like waving my arms or whatever, but she's so hyper focused on running down the trail to find me that she doesn't hear me yelling at her from behind. Like, slow down, you fool. Oh, these little hills are getting me. And we still got to climb up on top of this little bench up here still ahead of us off of the distance. And then from there we still have, like I said, it is uphill the whole way. I am losing my gusto. Like, I'm not tired. I'm just, I don't know. I do know it's lack of motivation. That's all it is. It's just lack of motivation. On her so I can hear her. Problem is she will stop sometimes to try and figure out where I'm at. And so then I can't hear the bear bell. And then I'm stopped because I'm trying to figure out where she's at. So we're both stopped and neither one of us knows where each other is. I don't know, Spice Girl. I think what are we doing now? We're doing a 4% uphill. So still not super steep, but definitely wears on you though. Well, when we get to the second tank, we have about 2 miles left. So, yeah, we got at least another mile before we get there, a little over a mile. And, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, she goes straight over to the cholla. Like, freaking weirdo. I swear, it's like she knows that the cholla has pointy things on it that hurt her feet and stick in her. And she likes it, so that's why she keeps going over to it. You know, it's like if you have like a split in your lip from like having super dry chapped lips or whatever, like a crack in your lip. How often do you keep touching it with like your tongue or teeth or whatever? Because it hurts. And you just keep doing it. That's how she is with the cholla. It's like, oh, that hurts. Give me some more. Because I know it can't be because she's just that dumb. Fucking weirdo. How bad is it? Bad enough that she's not wanting to walk on it. Come here. Okay, let me see your paws. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Will you just let me get it? Hey, Stop. All right. Let me get it off here for you. Hold on. Ow. Now it's stuck on me. Owies. Ow. You fool. Gosh dang it. Owie. That one was one of the big batches, like a big, because the cholla comes off in like little groups. There's a group of it stuck in between her toes and her pad. And so the only way I could get it out of there was just to grin and bear it, just grab a hold of it and rip it out. So then of course it's stuck in my fingers. Oh, that hurt. I have to just pack one of my leather gloves. She still has the one on her chin that she won't let me get. I mean, she also has one. She still has one cactus needle on the side of her face from yesterday. Will you stop running off trail over to the cholla? She is being ridiculous. Why do you do that? Nari, come here. You're limping on it. Gosh dang you. Come here. Nari, come here. Let me see. I can't see if your face is there. Hold on. I don't see anything. You're a freaking idiot. For a smart braid, she is such a dummy. It's like there's no cholla around except for right over there where she ran straight over to get it. Hey, Nari, kid, don't roll on fucking poop. Gosh dang you. Now that's the first time she's ever done that to cow poop. Normally she only does that to horse poop. Now she is just acting out in spite. Oh, gosh dang, she is just freaking ridiculous. I was just talking about this morning how I don't have a lot of water left, like we're trying to limp through the weekend. Now she's trying to roll in poop to where I'd have to wash her. And of course she just ran straight underneath this cholla again. I know she knows, because that's the only thing she keeps running over to. See, now she's gonna skirt close to this cholla. Move to the left. Gosh dang you. She literally just looked over to the cholla, looked straight at the cholla and started to walk over towards it. Why did I lose network connection? This is like the 4th day of us running out here, and I've never had those issues. Oh, there we go. Now we're back. I don't know what that was about. Like, 4 days now running out here, all around out here, and I haven't had any issues. All of a sudden, right there, we had a little pocket where my phone was like, your network is unstable. How do you figure? She's left me in the dust. Way the heck up here. Oh, we should be about half a mile from the next tank. Which is a good landmark for us. Because then we're only half a mile from the road. And then once we get on the road, we're only half a mile from our road, which is a road like this. But we're about a mile from the main road. Which is funny, yesterday, just that little half-mile section, but middle of the week, like hardly anybody comes out here. But just randomly yesterday, as soon as we hit the road, all of a sudden I was like, definitely hear a vehicle. Which is probably a good thing we ran into them, because my guess is they were probably following with tracks in the sand, thinking it was a coyote, when actually it was my little butthead. About a quarter mile from the next tank. I need to, speaking of wash and nastiness, I need to wash my nasty ass. I haven't bathed since we left Texas, because I had a hotel room for us in Lubbock, just because there's not any public land or anything around there to camp at. And she loved it. She was totally like, as soon as we went into the motel room, she like jumped up on the bed. Like, Dad, like my friend always says when she makes fun of, because like she gives her dog like the super fresh stuff, like, what do you call it, like farmer's dog or that kind of stuff. And so whenever my dog who gets dried kibble, we're around, she always makes fun of like my dog looking up at me and being like, "Dad, are we poor?" That was the same look she gave me when we got to the hotel room, and she was like living the life of luxury. She was looking at me like, "Dad, are we poor? Is that why we live in the van? Are we homeless?" No. I mean, are we poor? Yeah, we are poor. But that's not why. I mean, we have a place that we own up in Montana. It's just, I don't know, towards the end there, not only, but it was starting to get way too cold for me to stay in Montana as long as we did. But towards the end there, I was even starting to get freaking, what do they call it? Cabin crazy or cabin fever or whatever. I just needed to get out. I was like, I love just being outdoors already. And she loves it too. Like, that's what's kind of funny is, like last summer when we were in the van for what, almost 2 months straight, and she looked so depressed because she couldn't just like go out the door and, you know, wander around freely or whatever. Oh. Okay, well, this is going to be over 10 and a half, I think, because we're not even to the tank yet. Pretty close. We just hit 8.5, and I know it's just shy of 2 miles from the tank. So it might be right at 10 and a half, actually. This super soft sandy section right here. It's not fun to run in. I don't like running on a beach. Which is almost where, after like this last weekend, I almost decided if I didn't want to try and salvage this training block to at least be able to survive Jackpot, the U.S. 100-mile championships, like we were gonna head to what is it, San Padre Island or whatever it is. It was just Padre Island in Texas, because you can just drive out along the beach and camp out for a couple weeks. That's almost what we did. For 2 reasons. There's the tank. One, it would allow us, I think we're going to be right at 10 and a half. Get away from the cholla. Look at her. She's like walking over to it. Just stand on it. Nari, get over here. Come on. Nari, get away from the cholla. Gosh dang, you're dumb. I literally just walked right over to it, saw all the stuff on the ground, and was like, let me walk on you. Now, for whatever reason, I lost network again. That's weird. Again. This is like day 4 of us running in this area. Never had issues. Now last week where we were at, which was about 4 miles away from here, we had some issues. But since we've been here, I've had 0 issues. These last 2 miles are the steepest part. Well, we're almost back to the road. Get a little drinky drink. Little drinky drink. I'd really rather be up in the mountains right there. It's those nice 10,000 foot peaks, even though I think both of these peaks right here are just shy of 10,000. I think you can't see the 10,000 footers. I think they're on the other behind it. About one of those might be. I have no idea. Looking at it from there. Nari, get over here. Nari! Gosh dang you. She's like, oh, look, here's a cholla. Let me run over to it. Such a dummy. I don't know what her fascination with cholla is. I literally don't know. Because every time she gets close to it, she's like pulling stuff out of her feet. Not cholla. Now stay on the road. This one sucks because we got half a mile on this road and every bit of me wants to just stop right now and walk for a little bit. But since we're on the road, I want to be like, let's get going. So now she's jumping up right where the cholla was again. It must, the only thing I could think of is it has a certain smell to it. I don't know what that smell would be. There's a lot of cholla through here. A lot of cholla. Whew, I got this. Well, we only have like, what, less than a mile and a half, so. I mean, if I keep running, that's what, 15 minutes of running? But it is uphill. And that sun is starting to get to me. Oh, like I've even almost drank all my water, which is very unusual. I can rub from her. She ain't gonna need anymore. Almost to our road. Right up here at the end of this, there's a little corner that goes off to the left. And our road goes off to the right. Right before that corner. I see javelina prints on the road here. That's not good. Hopefully they can't tell what direction they would be going. Actually, when they'd be going this way. Maybe it's part of the group from last night. But we had that big old herd last night show up. Definitely don't want them to show up tonight. That's the first, like, javelina that we've seen out here. And there was a big old herd. Like, there was, like, I saw like 30, 40 of them. Somewhere in that range. But by the time I got outside, like, most of them had passed already, so who knows how many there actually was. Okay, we just got a mile to go. Although this first, like, quarter mile is really steep. We have a little bit of a drop actually right here, but then we have to climb up that hill right there. My tummy says it's hungry too. I don't know what I'm gonna have for. I don't think we're close enough to lunch, are we? What time is it? It is. Oh yeah, we're close enough to lunch. Oh yeah, that's right, because we got a late start. Even though I was trying to get going by 7, I think it was closer to 9 when we actually went. Okay, I can do this. She just gave me the look of, come on, let's go. Very soft. Exhale. I can see my van. It looks way further than a mile away. Like if I was to just see that distance and guesstimate how far away my van is, I'd be like, oh, that's like 3 miles away. No, not even close. There's my van, that little white speck, way out there. And from here, it's about 3/4 of a mile away. A little more than that, I guess. I'm thinking tomorrow, because one of the things I need to get ready for is the heat for this race. And so if I do decide to do the my long run tomorrow, yeah, I wonder if I see Javelina tracks on here too. I don't remember seeing them this morning, but maybe. So I don't know if it's fresh and they're heading this way, or maybe it was that group and they're coming back from this way. I don't know. No, they were coming this way, so it must have been as they were coming through last night. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, if I do that long run, I might wait until later in the morning just to get the heat of the day, to get some good heat training in too. But I'll have to think about that, because the other problem I have with that is the heat of the day means she's going to drink more water, which also means I need to carry more water. And I do not want to carry my I don't want to carry my Camelback, but I would if I needed to. Speaking of jackpot, if anybody's watching and wants to crew me for that race, it's in Vegas. Although part of crewing would be watching Little Miss Butthead here, who would be fine. You just have to mostly just let her out to go to the bathroom every now and then. Or really, I mean, she'd be fine. You could put the leash on the attached to the van and she could just sit outside. Because hopefully if I can get a good, gosh dang, that hurt. Just rip my shin open with some mesquite. There was a branch on the ground that I didn't see, and I stepped on it with my right leg, and then raked my left leg through the branch as I went by. Otherwise, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with her, because being that I'm not gonna get my time goal that I want to get, I could just, go let her out myself every now and then, or, that kind of stuff. But, in the off chance I'm feeling good and I would be getting close to my time goal, I don't want to have to spend an hour throughout the race taking care of her. Last year I tried to get somebody to, I got on like rover.com to try and find somebody to watch her throughout the day. Because there's quite a few places. Gosh dang. I'm like all bloodied. That hurt. Oh, that hurts. Like the part that's actually bleeding is my ankle too. It's not even my shin. But there was like some people like really close by on rover.com, and had one lady all set up to do it, and then last minute she canceled and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And I probably could have searched around to find someone else in that area, but I ended up just driving all the way back up north. Like, literally left Black Camp there 2 days, drove up north to drop her off, to drive, immediately turn right around to drive and get back down to Vegas because the race starts on Friday. Go back up north to grab her, to then turn around and go all the way. Actually, I think I just went back to Montana after that because I don't think I had anything for a while, and I wanted to get her completely good housebroken. And that's why we spent most of last year, whenever we could, we spent it at the apartment. Because you cannot housebreak a dog, a brand new puppy, in a van. It doesn't work. So I had to get her housebroken for a house first, and now she's great in the van. That's how it works. But she's such a sassy little shit too. Like even this morning, it's still 33 degrees outside, and I had the side door open because she was complaining and she wanted to go outside. This is after the sun came up. I don't know where my dog is. That's why I'm walking, trying to figure that out. I don't even hear her. I mean, she knows her way back to the van, but I think she's way off to the right because she likes to keep going down over into this little wash area. And that's not even the wash area that we ran in. This area right here, right before this ridge, is the wash area that we were in all the way down at the bottom, down there. But anyways, this morning I opened the side door, and there was a cold, like the breeze was really cold then. It's still cool, which actually feels nice right now. The sun is hot, but she wanted to go outside, so I was like, whatever, I'll just leave the door open. Oh, now I hear her. She was off on the right. Yeah, there she comes. Stepping on stuff, of course, again. We're really close to the van now. Whew. Okay, finish strong. We can finish this. But then she came up and she jumped up on the bed to get me to open the back door because she just wanted to lay there and look out the back door. Now I'm under the covers because it's freezing. And I'm like, I do not want to open the back door because now the breeze is going to be blowing through the van and make it even colder yet. And she just kept sassing me to open up the back door. So of course I eventually did. And then she starts shivering because now it's like freezing because there's a breeze blowing through there. So I shut the door, soon as I shut the door, she started sassing. Oh yeah, I was supposed to ring all the way. She started sassing me again. I'm like, so I finally I left the door open and then put her blanket over the top of her, but she was still shivering because her face is out in the cold because she, wanted to look out the back door. Okay, and we made it back, and it was exactly 10.5 miles. I'm going to stop my watch this time. Whew. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Enjoyed every minute of it. Well, thanks. I did not enjoy every minute of it, just saying. But I did it. I really enjoyed when we were way out back at the end before we turned around. That was like, I loved it back there, but I knew since it was uphill the whole way that it was not going to be fun coming back. But like, you can hardly see if I can show you where we were at. I'll try and zoom in. So way back in that direction. So if we go all the way down there where the little river valley is where we were at, you can see how downhill it is from here. But, oops, let's go back to this right here. But yeah, I mean, really, it is like gorgeous out. Now that we're up here a little higher, we can feel that breeze, which completely changed direction. It was coming from that way, now it's coming from this way. That's why we didn't feel it. But like right here, I get on this side of the van and I can feel that breeze. Oh, that feels so nice. So nice. But okay, well, that's gonna be it for this morning. I will be doing another run tonight. We're gonna try doing 10K tonight too, and that'll give us pretty good. That might make up the difference that we're below right now. That would give us about 3 extra miles. So we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. I've been doing really good recovering in the afternoon, so I've been feeling good at nighttime. So we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna relax, do a little recovery, eat some food. I have leftover mashed potatoes from last night, so we might have that for lunch with I don't know what kind of protein. I don't really have any protein to put with it. But yeah, thanks everybody for showing up, watching, all that kind of good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Love you all.